Now, I don't know about you, but I was smelling real good all of 2025. So today I thought I would count down my top 10 favorite fragrances of 2025. Now, I was going to try and do them like in an actual like number 10 down to number 1, like least of my favorites to my favorite of favorites. But then I was like, no, these are all pretty dang different that I couldn't possibly do that. So this is in no particular order. We are starting off with Strawberry Sensation from Paul Reacts and Okja. I really, really loved this strawberry fragrance from Okja. I love a good strawberry fragrance in general. But this one to me was just so sweet and delicious and bright and fruity. There's not much left in this, actually. I think I could probably get through maybe like 2 more weeks worth of like full use of this. But I love this. I really don't have any complaints about this at this time. I feel like it's great on its own, but I feel like I've had a really fun time with Strawberry Sensation, pairing it with other fragrances, primarily other fruity-based or fruity-focused fragrance or vanilla fragrances, a lot of gourmand fragrances. I have an amazing lemon and strawberry combo, a vanilla strawberry combo, a mango hour, viral vanilla, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Plus this, it works so well with so many fragrances. This has definitely been a really, really strong one for me all year long. Next up is one that's newer to my collection, but this is Main Character by Viva More Perfumes and Steven, aka Redolescence. I was so surprised at this fragrance, and that's definitely why I had to include it in today's video, because the notes are very floral forward, kind of juicy floral. There's some raspberry notes. It's just, to me, a hyper feminine fragrance. And it's certainly not something that I would wear on a routine basis, or so I thought when I was buying it because of the notes. But upon wearing it, I was truly shocked. I was beside myself. I was so impressed. It is hyper feminine, but it's so beautiful. It's delicious. It's juicy. It's vibrant. It's bright. The florals in it just support the raspberry forward note in this so well. And the raspberry supports the florals even better. Because I don't like floral fragrances, and you'll hear me say that every single time I talk about a fragrance, it has to do with some sort of florals. I don't like florals, and that's why I was so surprised by this one. To me, this is just a really well-balanced fragrance, and a little goes a long way, and I definitely could smell it on myself, especially on my skin and my clothes, of course, throughout the day with no problem. The way it develops is very beautiful. It softens up a little bit throughout the day, which is always nice, but I keep finding myself surprised every time I wear this because I'm like, damn, this smells so good, and I just wouldn't have really thought it would have smelled great when I was buying it. The reason I bought it was just to be supportive of Steven. And I was like, wow, this worked because the bottle is stunning. Steven, who's behind this fragrance, is a great person from what I've been able to see. And the fragrance itself is gorgeous. So that's like a win across the board. Next up, we have Cinnamon Roll from Alt Fragrances. So this is an extrait de parfum, and this is from their dessert collection. This I love so much because if you want a photorealistic cinnamon roll in a bottle, that's this bad boy. Oh my God, it's crazy. I'm going to put some on now. I don't even care. I'm going to spray so many fragrances on me today. I'm going to be a mess by the end of this. Or maybe I'll be like the best smelling thing you've ever smelled. This is so beautiful. It is creamy. It is sweet. It is cinnamon. There's a nuttiness to it. It truly smells like a fresh baked cinnamon roll. Like you walked right out of the bakery and got this. Or maybe you made it at home. Maybe you made it at home. Maybe you got time to do that kind of thing. I don't. But it's amazing. And what I was worried about when I was first trying this fragrance, as well as all of the dessert fragrances from this collection, was that even if it smells exactly how it's described and how it's supposed to smell, is it going to be something that's wearable? Because a lot of times, especially gourmand fragrances, they smell amazing, but like, would you actually want to wear them? This is something where I do want to wear it, and I do wear it. And this is the kind of fragrance that pairs well with a lot of other gourmand fragrances, especially vanillas and anything kind of sweet or sultry. I love it. It's absolutely perfect. This is truly a cinnamon roll in a bottle. No complaints. Next up, we have another fragrance from Okja. This is called Basic Union. Now, this is supposed to be a dupe for Prada Paradox, and I've never smelled Prada Paradox, but from what I've been told from other people, that it does smell exactly like it. I love this fragrance so much. I, fun fact, wear a different fragrance at nighttime. So like after I shower and I get ready for like end my evening, I'm still up for like 6 or 7 hours. So I always do like a fragrance of the night, something that's completely different than what I wore throughout the day. And I have been going through this so quickly because I wear this so often at nighttime. It is so sexy. It's intense. It's inviting. It's sensual. It's bright. It's just, and the way it develops over time, oh my, fuck me up. It's so good. I was asking Daniel Renee the other day, I said, do you think it makes sense for me to just save up the money and splurge and buy the actual Prada Paradox? Or do you think that I should just like keep buying this because it's obviously a ridiculously cheaper price point? Because at the end of the day, if this smells even like 95% of what Prada Paradox smells like, I don't think I'd even want to buy that bottle then, because like, why waste the money if I can smell it pretty much right here? And I know that I love this smell, you know what I mean? Truly, I love being able to experience some of these luxury brands at a price that like something like Okja would give you. Because I'm not spending $400 or $500 on Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, for example, and that is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. I have like 6 different dupes of that fragrance because they all smell pretty dang spot on to the actual Lost Cherry. And I'm like, well, I can get it for 90% cheaper if I just buy a dupe. So I'm buying a dupe. But Basic Union, baby, if you have not tried this, you need to. I have zero complaints. It is such a freaking beautiful fragrance. And actually, Daniel gave me this one time, like a year ago, and I've been using it hardcore since then. So shout out Daniel. I think this is fucking amazing. Next up is a fragrance from Ralph Lauren. I believe this one was Ralph's Club New York. This is beautiful. I love a lot of fragrances from Ralph Lauren, especially all the Polo fragrances. Polo, the red one, the racing edition one, love it. This to me smelled pretty similar to a lot of them, but it had a fun twist on it. It's a bit spicier to me, a little bit fruitier to me, but just as clean and crisp as a lot of Ralph Lauren fragrances are. To me, this is like a quintessential masculine, like man's man kind of fragrance. It's definitely borderline where I would start calling it almost a cologne. It really has what I call like those cologne-y vibes, but like kind of an aftershave moment where it's just that bright, refreshing, energizing, crisp fragrance. That's what I really, really like about this. This is something that I like to wear when I'm going to the gym or if I have an in-person meeting by chance, if I'm doing some consulting with local companies. This is something that I want to wear because to me, it just comes off as a very straightforward, manly, just here I am kind of fragrance. There's no gimmicks with it. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance for sure. Next up, we have a fragrance from Eyenash. This is called Alicia. The thing I don't like about bottles that have any type of like reflective anything on it or any type of metal is the fingerprints. God, it irks me. This fragrance has me in a chokehold because I really love those like aftershave kind of scents. And this is just that. It's bright, it's crisp, it's manly, it's energizing. This is exactly what like an aftershave that I've had in the past smells like. It is a very cologne type of smell. I will say it's not the strongest fragrance in the world, and I do find myself reapplying this throughout the day more than I would reapply some other fragrances. It's just one of those things. And at the end of the day, I'm at home by myself 99% of the time, so the only reason I'm reapplying it is just so I can smell it on myself more. But it is a fantastic fragrance, and I've tried quite a few fragrances from Eyenash. This is definitely one of my top favorites for sure. It's not like any of the other fragrances from Eyenash that I have, so I really appreciate that, of course, as well. Love the color of the bottle, which I actually don't like yellow things in general, but just some reason this bottle, it screams to me and I love it. I definitely have a lot more from Eyenash that I would like to try, but if you're looking for a fragrance that's very straightforward for like a man in your life or you yourself, this is the one. Next up, we have a fragrance from Marseille. So this is Une Nuit Parisienne. This is a 50 milliliter bottle. This is what people call a tea fragrance. There's a lot of nuttiness to it, a lot of warmth, a lot of coziness. This, for those of you who live in colder climates, I don't, thank God. But this is one that's going to be perfect for those wintertime cold days. It literally smells like what you would envision a luxurious log cabin in the middle of the woods, which is where log cabins usually are, in the middle of winter. It's just that like something that I could see you wearing by the fireplace, drinking some like hot chocolate or something. It is warm. It's nutty. It's a little creamy. It's got some sandalwood vibes, those tea vibes. It's just well balanced. It's very put together. It's just very cozy. It is a cozy, warm, inviting fragrance. Like I just want to be hugged when I'm wearing this, or I want to hug you if you're wearing this. It's just, there's something about this that's just so inviting. And the bottle itself is so stunning. This is the 50 milliliter bottle. Marseille has 3 different 50 milliliters, and they also have 3 30 milliliter essences. And they also have a discovery collection. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Marseille is the new brand from Marlene Estelle, who was the former founder and CEO of Makeup Geek Cosmetics. Also, fun fact, Marseille is dropping beauty products here in the next couple of weeks. I can't tell you the exact day yet, but yes, obviously I know exactly what's in the collection and everything that's coming out. So if you are a lover of makeup products as well and you loved Makeup Geek back in the day, get ready, check out Marseille, support them. Again, they have amazing fragrances, but they also are going to have some pretty iconic beauty products coming out really soon. Other than that, I would say out of the 6 primary fragrances that Marseille has, Une Nuit Parisienne is the one that I'm gravitating towards the most. And it's the one that I talk about probably the most because I don't have a single fragrance in my 200 plus fragrance collection that smells like Une Nuit Parisienne. I've never smelled anything like this on anyone or anywhere. It's so unique. It's so beautiful. And it layers so well with their Essence Vanille. Oh my God, it's you need to try this. The price point is a bit higher than the average fragrance, but this is a niche fragrance. It's meant to be a luxury fragrance from the bottle, from the very bottom to the very top. Screams luxury and high quality. There's nothing about this that I would change. I just think it's exceptional. The brand itself is exceptional. Next up, we have Burberry Brit for Him. You'll notice that in my fragrance, like my preferences, I want something that's either super gourmand, very delicious, delectable, and sweet, or I want something that's the polar opposite, and I want it to be very clean, crisp, bright, citrusy, that aftershave vibe, that very like stereotypical men's kind of fragrance profile. It's one or the other. There's not really much that I like that's in the middle. I either want one or the other, and that's it. Which to me, that's super fun because at any given time, I can smell so completely different than I did the day before. Like you just never know. Gotta keep your hose on your toes. This is so delicious. To me, now that I've been wearing this for a little bit longer, for some reason, I get a tiny little bit of like a floral vibe to this, just in the smallest, slightest way, just like a tiny bit of an undertone of something floral, which maybe it's not, but something like that. This is more subtle of like that cologne vibe, the aftershave vibe. It's a bit more subtle. It's a bit simple, but I like that because sometimes I don't want a fragrance to be super involved or complex. And what I will say about this one is that I don't get a lot of longevity out of this fragrance. It is also an eau de toilette, and that's a lot of the reason why. But I definitely have to apply this a lot of times throughout the day, but it smells amazing. So it's one of those toss-ups. So if you want something that's really strong and long-lasting, it's probably not this, but if you want it to just smell good in general, it is this. I would say this is the type of fragrance that's best for those of you who are maybe getting into fragrance for the first time and you're looking for a masculine scent, especially if you're a dude and you're looking for like a masculine, straightforward, pretty simple scent. I would say this would be a good choice for you. To me, it's a very, very safe fragrance. Next up, we have one more fragrance from Okja. This is Mango Hour Viral Vanilla. This is also from Paul Reacts and Okja. It's a little collab moment. They've been putting out some bangers. I love this. That Girl Viral Vanilla is my absolute favorite vanilla fragrance. I've said it since the day I bought it until this very moment. It's my absolute favorite vanilla fragrance. What I love so much about Mango Hour is that you get so much, oh my God, you get so much of that creaminess and that sweetness from like the original Viral Vanilla, but with a tropical mango twist. So it's brighter, it's fruitier. To me, it's a little bit creamier, not gonna lie. It's very sweet. This is so tropical. I mean, tropical is the perfect description. This is something that I would expect to smell on you at a beach 100%. To me, it gives like pina colada vibes without the coconut, but it's so good. This is something that I've been pairing with so many different fragrances because it goes so well with different things. I've worn this with Strawberry Sensation, which we talked about earlier. I've worn this with That Girl Viral Vanilla, the OG. Like, I've worn this with just such a variety of fragrances, and to me, it just, oh my God, it meshes well, so well. But on its own, amazing. So if you're wanting something that's creamy, fruity, sweet, and bright, this bitch. And last but most certainly not least is a newer one to my collection. This is called His Confession by Lattafa. The bottle, stunning. The sprayer, stunning. The smell, stunning. I was so shocked by this because I truly bought this just because of the bottle. Like, I need you to look at this again because this is literally art. This looks like it came from a museum. How is this a fragrance bottle? That's crazy.
You're coming home with me.
Luckily enough, it was one that also smelled good because when I bought it, I was like, if it doesn't smell great, it is what it is. I bought it because I just wanted it in my collection because it looks so cool. But thankfully, it smells amazing. So it was worth the money and it wasn't even expensive. It's just beautiful. It's so manly. It's inviting. To me, it's actually more complex than I thought it was going to be. But I love this. Again, I feel like this is a safer masculine scent for sure. That's what I think I find more than anything is that fragrances that tend to be more unisex or feminine focused are usually more complex and more polarizing, which sometimes, well, I think most times a polarizing fragrance isn't actually a great thing. And then I feel like a lot of times men-focused fragrances, masculine-focused fragrances are rather safe. Like I feel like a lot of them have a lot of overlapping notes and overlapping qualities and scent profiles and experiences. Like I feel like it's rare to find something that's like meant for men that's so out of left field and so different and is polarizing. So it's just one of those things. But to me, I've been wearing this so much lately, I can't get enough of it. All in all, I would say my top 10 are all pretty different from each other, with the exception of some of the like men's fragrances. They're all different levels of intensity and brightness and freshness, or how much like a bit of aquaticness, if that's even a word that you get from them. But the fragrances that we talked about that are more unisex or, feminine leaning are all so different from each other. And it's such a fun experience. My favorite thing about having over 200 fragrances in my collection is that every single day, I try my best to go out of my way to wear something different. Because maybe I didn't love something 6 months ago or a year ago, and maybe now I do like it, and vice versa. Fragrances change a little bit over time. I like trying different fragrance combinations, and it's so much fun for me. But I would say as of right now, in 2025, these are my top 10 favorite fragrances in my 200 plus fragrance collection. And yes, since we did a favorites video, that means we're also going to do my top 10 least favorite fragrances. And that's probably going to be a bit more exciting and more fun than this video because, baby, I got some nasty fragrances. So where the hell did that come from? So make sure you're on the lookout for that. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. Don't forget to click that big red subscribe button so you can join my YouTube family, and I'll see you all in the next one.